Hey guys, good evening. Thanks for joining. Are you guys able to hear me? Narendra, Shekhar.
Hello.
Hi Shekhar, good evening.
Yeah, hi.
Hi Satish, good evening.
Hi Narendra. So go ahead. So let's start with Shekhar. So go ahead, Shekhar. So go ahead with your questions.
I will come after two, three questions. I'm searching something. I will get back.
Okay, sure. No problem. So how about you, Narendra?
Nothing question as of now. I have gone through all the classes.
Okay, great.
I have done some practice also, some on a session, and everything is through.
Okay, that's great. That's great to know, Narendra. So, if at all you have any questions, you can always use Facebook. You don't really have to wait for Q&A session. So you can use Facebook and then post your queries there. We will answer there. All right.
Yeah, fair enough. Just one thing, actually, I'm working on one project for my company where I'm facing some challenges. That is like I'm not able to execute the exe on remote computer, but maybe I can bring this question next week, not now.
Sure. Probably. I mean, if you can just put a screenshot on the Facebook, it will be easier for us to go through what the error is, and we can just advise you on the next steps.
Fine, fair enough.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah,
All right.
thanks.
Okay. So, who was next? Anirban. How's it going, Anirban?
Hey Sanjay, it's going awesome. Like everything is working fine. Just wanted to know, like, can you just upload the last week question answer session on Saturday? Because Satish had mentioned about to provide some details about the example link where I should get that. Because I asked him about to provide some examples. Uh, so
Okay.
he mentioned about to like he provided some details on that session, but I can't found that one to the link portal.
Okay. The last week is it? You're not able to view yet. Okay. No problem. After this call, I will get that fixed for you, Anirban. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Great. So.
So, Satish, I have a question about this loop option for the last session.
Hey, Shekhar. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I have just pinged in the chat room that loop example for incremental script.
Okay. Yeah.
So, how in dollar I plus plus, how can that the script knows that this is the loop? Because we have not mentioned anything regarding the loop.
Okay. I'll I'll share my screen. Give me one moment.
Okay,
You are able to see my screen.
yeah.
Okay. Let's open a notepad. Okay. And so, how do we declare a variable first?
With the dollar,
Okay. Dollar.
yeah.
Any,
Dollar I is equal to any value.
Dollar I.
okay. Let's say I. Right. So, how dollar I? We are not saying this is a variable to PowerShell, right? So, how does it know that? Anyone? That's a question for anyone. Everyone. How does that? The question is for Shekhar's question. I mean, excellent question. First of all, okay. So we are not mentioning loop here. How PowerShell will know this is a loop, right? So my question is a counter question is dollar I. We are also not mentioning here dollar. I mean variable. So how does PowerShell know?
Well,
Like is
if we
equal
assign in a
to
value like dollar I is equal to any value, it is allocated one memory of the on the backend where the value is stored.
Okay. All right. Okay. That is okay. One answer. Anyone else? Shekhar?
Um, mm, the value like is equal to less than greater than.
Mhm. All right. So it's actually here. Okay. We are saying dollar, right? So Anirban is right. Okay. So we are saying dollar, and then you are also right. Okay. It's
Mhm.
not after equals. Okay. When we are saying dollar, okay, think like you are here. Okay. We are human. Okay. And then there is a PowerShell exe. Okay. And then we have in the middle we have the PowerShell console. Okay. So this is where we are communicating to the PowerShell executes, I mean, exe or let's say machine or whatever it is, okay, whatever executing for us. This is the console we are mentioning here, right? So in this console, the way we mention, okay, is called syntax, right? So syntax is how the PowerShell will understand that we are saying this to this particular exe. For an example, when I say dollar, this PowerShell console will understand I'm gonna do something related to variable. Okay. So it is something that is what this console or the exe will do. Okay. That is how it will recognize it. Okay. And if I just put variable, it will know it has nothing to do with the variable, because even though I type it variable, it will be considered this as a string. Okay. So the actual thing is happening in the dollar. Okay. Similarly, if I just put this, okay, for remove the for, okay, and if I put this, it will not know this as a loop. Okay. I'm not mentioning this as a loop, but when I put the keyword, the for is the syntax. Okay. Syntax or keyword. Okay. Anything, whichever is easy for you to remember. For, if, while, do while, everything. Okay. Whatever we are using, right? Everything is a syntax or a keyword to communicate to the PowerShell console that we are going to need this for loop. This is the keyword, right? So using this keyword, how it's understanding dollar, and then it understands this is a variable. Similarly, when we are starting this with for, it will understand whatever is coming next to that. It will expect that to be a loop. Okay. That is why, let's say you are making a mistake here. Okay. Here, in spite of a semicolon, you don't put a semicolon for an example. Okay. Now what will happen? The for will be reading, and then it will expect this to be in the for loop format. There should be two semicolon, one semicolon is missing. And that is when you will be getting an error. There is some syntax issue, right? You getting my point?
Yeah.
So that is all. So it is not only for, it is for everything. So whenever we are for loop, while loop, anything, that is how we are. So we are actually talking to console through using the syntax, and that's the thing actually helps PowerShell to understand we are actually going to do something related to loop or variable or anything. Did that answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent. Excellent. Any other question, guys? Narendra?
Uh, Hi Satish, this is Rajesh.
Hey, Rajesh.
Yeah. So I have one question.
Yeah.
This is basically related to the execution and all. See, in SQL, like whenever we run any query,
Hmm?
so basically we have two options. One is to parse the query to check whether the syntax is correct or not.
Mhm.
And the second option is like we can basically start the query with begin transaction, and we will be able to roll back if something goes wrong.
Correct. Yeah.
So is something available in PowerShell to check the query syntax before executing it, as well as like can we test it before executing, or can we roll back if something goes wrong?
So, okay. First of all, can we test the parse before passing the query? Yes, we can do it. Okay. And before executing, can we actually test it? Um, that is not possible. Okay. So because we need to actually, it has to go and then try that. And that's why we have the rollback concept in the SQL, right? So this will do the take care of the actual testing part, right? So this will actually not commit. So we know that, right? So it will not commit, and if at all if it is committing, it will roll back to the normal back. So we will be using both SQL capability as well as PowerShell capability. Okay. So one question is, yes, before we check, parse, I mean, send the query, we can check whether the syntax is correct. Okay. Only the syntax. Whether it is going to work or not, it actually based on this one. Okay. That is something SQL has to say whether it is going to work or not. Okay. But PowerShell can say whether the syntax is correct or not. Okay. So, but in a regular usual world, I mean, that is to answer you, but in a real world, right, this is how we will be using. Let us say you are going to do, you are going to create, let's say, some 1,000 updates, okay, in 10 tables, okay, and you are going to create a query for it. And then if you want to automate for each update for 10 table, okay, this 10 table you will be putting it let us say in a CSV file, okay, and then whatever this 100 updates, right, 1,000 updates, right, you will be putting maybe in the script or a CSV file, okay, and the point is whenever we need bulk operation, okay, whenever I say bulk operation, the CSV we are doing for 10 tables, right? Let's say you want to connect to 10 instances or databases and then 10 tables, and then you want to do the same 1,000 updates. Okay. So in spite of you create one SQL query, PL/SQL query, okay, or PL/SQL program, you can use that query here. Let's say SQL query is whatever update star whatever the query here, okay, table, okay, I'm just giving an example. And then you will be taking first step, put all the databases and tables in a CSV file, okay, and then pull one by one tables and databases, okay, and then within the script you will be using this begin and rollback. Okay, this is not PowerShell will be doing, this is SQL will be doing. In the begin you will be doing this query, okay, whatever this SQL query you will be trying that. If that fails, you will be doing the failback query. Okay,
Okay.
now what is happening is, in spite of you are using for one table, okay, you are actually doing for 10 into 10 tables nearly 100 times, right? So you are saving that time. That is where the PowerShell comes into the picture. Okay, so this is not where it will be coming, this is where it will be coming. Now you also want to check whether it is updated or failed, and you want to log it. Okay, and then you want to, let's say, connect to the table, okay, to the table using different credentials. All these things will be taken care using PowerShell. All right, and then finally log off successfully or disconnect, right? All these things will be this all 7 steps will be in the script, okay, and this will be the only power SQL thing will be taking care. Everything else will be in the PowerShell. Okay, the basic point is whenever bulk operation is coming, that is when we will be using SQL and PowerShell effectively. Okay.
Right, Satish.
Okay, got it. Excellent. Any other question, guys? Anyone else?
Satish sir,
Hey, hi.
Satish sir, Sanjit, I have a request you to both. Like since in my present organization we are working PowerShell, and as well as suddenly there is a most demanding working on the ARM templates. If you have a chance or if you have a time to provide any like intro or any of the session regarding for the ARM introduction or anything, so it could be beneficial for us.
I'll take a note on that, Anirban. So yeah, sure. If possible, definitely. Yeah,
Thank you so much, Satish sir.
sure. So Ankit, Parikshit, Narendra,
First letter E.
Nothing from my side.
all online classes, right?
First alphabet name.
All right. Okay, guys. So any if we don't have any other question, I'll say this. I'll also share this to in the thing, and then recording. Anirban, you will be getting. Sanjit will be taking care of it.
I am also need the previous Q&A recording. Actually, somehow I was not able to join earlier session Q&A session.
Yeah, for me also.
Sure. Sanjit will be making sure everyone has the access. Should be some problem. No problem. Yeah, I'll make sure everyone we have access. Okay.
That's
So
great.
one
Yeah.
thing from my side. Actually,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I have not received any Facebook to invite.
You have
Someone,
not.
I don't have that. If someone posted that link, so that will be good. So I'll join that.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm not getting your question. Sorry.
Yes, I don't have the Facebook group written with me.
You don't have the Facebook group. Can you ping
Yeah,
Sanjit? Sanjit will be in the WhatsApp. He will give you the details and
sure.
all.
I'll
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'll take care,
Sure.
Narendra. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry, because there was some background noise. I was not able to hear you clearly.
Yes. Sorry for from my side.
No
Because
problem.
I'm outside, not at home.
All right. Parikshit,
So,
any
so
questions?
Satish, as
Yes, sir.
yes, today only I have completed last session
Next.
because of somehow I am not able to complete the previous session. So I have completed eighth chapter.
Okay.
Okay. So what will be the next means? How can I start practicing? Like only modifying the things like you showed in that example. So do I need to modify those, or I have to use my own things to implement on that scripts?
First, complete all the things, whatever we have, this 14 days and then the next 7 days. You don't have to do anything. Once completed, I'll give you a plan. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right.
Very good.
Okay, guys. So, any other question, guys?
Nothing. Thanks. Thanks
Okay.
for your time.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for joining. And then everyone have a wonderful evening. And then talk to you next.
Thank you, Satish sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
happy
Thanks.
weekend.
Mm.
Happy weekend.
Thanks, Satish.
Thank you.
Thanks, Suresh.
Good. Good, Ishita. Next.